Hey everyone, this is Borvak. I'm going to do a quick review of The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 14. Now you'll notice right off the bat that we've got a little bit of a bait and switch here. Not really, but no more than usual for comics. But we've got Ryan Otley on the cover, as you can see down here. Um, I think it's kind of cool. He's one of the two main artists on the book. It's him and Ramos. Humberto Ramos. I'm going to say Ramos. Humberto Ramos and Ryan Otley are the two artists on this book, both fantastic. Um, I like how they both do the covers for the issues as well. But you'll see here that Ryan Otley is not actually the artist for the book. He's doing the cover, but we've got someone else doing the art here. Chris Bacalo, I'm going to say. But that being said, we'll jump right in. There's a couple pages of, we'll skip past that, of basically Craven kind of finding Arcade and asking Arcade for some help with some stuff, just further teasing for whatever's going on with Craven. Jump right in, and Mary Jane and Peter are having dinner with Kurt Connors and his family, who are actually clones of his family from Clone Conspiracy, and he had to inject them with lizard DNA in order to keep them alive when the clones started degrading. Because previously, in a Brand New Day story, I think, in Shed, the lizard ate his family, which a lot of Spider-Man fans weren't really fans of that whole story. But they're kind of back, clones at least, however you want to look at that, and they're lizard people now. You'll notice Peter and Mary Jane. This is a very different art style from what we're used to with Ramos and Otley. But all that being said, just having lunch with, kind of showing the lizard is apparently not evil now. He's trying to do good by his lizard human family now. His kid wants to go back to school, but his dad says he can't because he's a lizard. His kid's not too happy about that. But um, okay, so we're kind of talking about Aunt May and her experience and her marriage to Jay Jameson, and his death near the end um, of Dan Slott's run. She's going over some stuff with her accountant, who is a friend of Jay Jameson, and he's saying, "Hey, since Jay put so much of his money in stock at Parker Industries, you don't really have much left. But I'm going to do what I can to take care of you. We'll get through this together." Um, at which Aunt May throws some wine in his face and says, uh, she's just not too happy. She apparently he's flirting with her, and she doesn't like that. Um, Now apparently they're out to eat together, and this guy, we have no idea that, I mean, he was friends with Jay, and Jay has recently passed, and he's flirting with Jay's widow a little bit. But this is a little bit of a a little extreme reaction from May. We have no indication that this guy, the accountant, is being insincere, or that he doesn't really like her. I think the proper response in this case is just, my husband just recently died. I don't I don't feel like going there right now. I appreciate your support, but let's talk about this later. Um, Instead of this vindictive silliness going on with Aunt May. I think this is kind of trying to please the writers. I think a lot of people are tired of Aunt May getting paired up with people, and it's kind of nice to see that the writer Nick Spencer isn't going to do that to us again. But in universe, this is a little okay, Aunt May. Calm down. Um, so she finds a homeless person. She uses some Parker tech stuff to save him from a bunch of thugs, and she takes him out to eat instead and says that, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Like, first of all, she's just totally, um, what's a word for what she's being that I can actually use and not get in trouble? Vindictive. She's just being so vindictive here. And then not only that, she's going to bring in this homeless guy and force the accountant to pay for it too. I'm sorry if I'm the accountant. I'm saying, sorry, lady. Yeah, you just threw wine in my face. I'm not paying for your meal with a homeless man. And then I'd probably do it anyway because he is a homeless man. But I she'd be hearing a little bit about that, I think. Uh, I am interested in whatever's up with this homeless guy. It sounds like he's got a little bit of a backstory. I think that's going to come into play a little bit. I look forward to finding out about that. Kind of some talks about it here. And then Rhino comes crashing into the restaurant, and Peter hears about it. There's something about Taskmaster up on the TV here, and so Peter comes in to save the day. Gets is that Rhino? No, is that Black Ant? That's Black Ant. He webs up, and apparently Black Ant and Taskmaster come in after Rhino, which is interesting. I don't really like what they've done with Taskmaster here. He's supposed to be a much more menacing villain, not a pushover. So this is kind of cool. We get Rhino and Spider-Man teaming up because apparently it looks like, if I had to guess, Black Ant and Taskmaster are hunting the Rhino, and I'm suspecting this has something to do um, with the other stuff that's been going on with Kraven kind of showing up. So they're going to do a team up, and Black Ant's wailing away at him, can't get him. And then last page here, Black Ant takes aim and fires in the restaurant where Aunt May, the homeless guy, and her taking advantage of accountant are. And Peter Parker goes, no. So to be continued. So interesting issue. Kind of feels like an in-betweener. It's good to see some more stuff coming out with Kraven. It looks like Nick Spencer is trying to play up something with whatever Kraven storyline he's got coming next. So interesting to see some of that unfold. It's a good issue. Interesting art, different art. I'm not sure if it's my style, but it's got some interesting. It definitely has style to it. It's definitely an interesting style. Again, just some of the faces look a little bit different than what I'm used to seeing for the characters, but it gets the point across. Again, calm down, Aunt May, you know. And yep. So interested to see what happens next. It's nothing big, but decent issue. Looks like it's leading into something. I'll be looking forward to it. So yeah, let me know if you're watching this video. Let me know what you think about this issue, about Nick Spencer's run so far. What do you think about the art in this issue? What do you think about Aunt May being kind of a just a really vindictive woman against against her accountant for flirting with her? There's something else I wanted to say. She actually okay, so I like how Nick Spencer in this book so far, he's been kind of bringing things back to basic. That was literally the title of his first arc was Back to Basics, and it feels like he's really trying to do that. Even I think some people disagree with me, but I'm a fan of Humberto Ramos, at least his art. I don't think he's a big fan of me politically. He's made that rather clear on Twitter, but not that he even knows who I am, just, you know. However, I am glad. What I'm trying to say is keeping Humberto Ramos on the book, I think, is in some way back to basics because he's been a big artist. I know not everyone's a big fan of him, but he's been a big artist on the Spider-Man book during the slot run. And I like how Nick Spencer is keeping things. He's acknowledging what happened in the previous run, but he's moving forward. So he's not forgetting that Peter Parker was the owner of a big a big high-tech company with billions of dollars, he is using that, and that's not the case anymore, but he keeps referencing it. And even with Jay's fortunes kind of being wasted and spent supporting Parker Industries that eventually failed, um, that's actually giving Peter Parker some consequences for his actions. Those were some of the complaints with the previous run on Spider-Man, is that consequences were kind of glossed over, and it's good to see some consequences here, because if you don't deal with the consequences, you can't move past them. Um, so I just, it's a good issue. I like it. Let me know what you think in the comments section though, and if you like what you saw here, by all means go pick it up for yourself. Buy it digitally. Go support your local comic shop and get it physically if you want. And either way, you can read it for yourself. Pay word by word, panel by panel, and page by page, and not have to just rely on the summary here on reviews on YouTube. Read it for yourself and see what you think about it and get the full enjoyment out of it. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.